It's now time for Ermanni and Edwards with Maz, live on the Woodward Sports Network. Every day, 2 to 4 p.m. Starring Ryan Ermanni, Michigan great and former NFL baller Braylon Edwards, and of course, Tom Mazaway. Let's talk some sports.
Hey, let's go. Friday show, October 20th, 2023. Ermanni and Edwards with Maz. Woodward Sports Network, woodwardsports.com, fox2detroit.com. If you're watching live in the Fox local app, we say welcome to you. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to our show, subscribe to our page, Woodward Sports. Hit the like button. Braylon Edwards, good afternoon to you, my friend.
Hey, what's up, brother? I'm sorry if I look like I'm focused and not paying attention. I was realizing that I didn't put last year's score on the Paul Bunyan Trophy that we clearly won, so I was kind of looking up the score and the date so I can get all the information right about us owning Michigan State. I'm sorry. Today's Friday. I'm in that mood.
Oh, man.
I'm in that mood.
I am too. The closer we get to game time, Bray, it just does feel like I cannot wait for this game now. There's no doubt. And especially after everything that's going on.
Yeah, I was in Michigan. I was at East Lansing yesterday for an event. And shout out to TJ Duckett, who does an amazing event. It's the first time he put it on. It was in conjunction with the Ronald McDonald House of Mid-Michigan as well as Ann Arbor. And you see in this picture, you got Javon Ringer, you have Greg Jones, Mike Martin, TJ Duckett, and myself and their kids. 5 All-Americans there. We came together. It was bigger than what was going on in between the lines, raised some money, and it was just a really good thing. TJ Duckett shared his story of his son and his support for the Ronald McDonald House, so it was very beautiful night. But then, it's like leaving campus and being in East Lansing, like I just start itching. It was like all the niceties were over with. It was Thursday night. I'm thinking about the rivalry. I just realized I really hate Michigan State. Like, I hate everything about them. And then now to compound what's going on, I see word that because of the allegations, Michigan State considered not playing Michigan this Saturday.
Trying to get out of the game.
Wow, did they consider not hiring douchebaggy coaches? Did they consider not hiring people that always seem to get them in a negative light? Why does Michigan State, every time they get into some stuff, hey, look what they're doing in Ann Arbor. Hey, look at this. I am so sick and sorry. It's Ohio State and NCAA. But the gall of Michigan State to try to say, hey, yeah, we got a word about that. We thought about not playing them because of the safety of our players. You put your players in safety with how you coach. You put your your players in safety with who you hire. Washington could have killed those guys. But that was all on you. That wasn't Michigan at all. So it just behooves me that they want to point to a cheeseburger, or they want to point to, a gray area of recruiting, or they want to report to Mozzie Smith, or they want to report on this. Every time they push the finger this way, they're hiding something in East Lansing, whether it's Mel Tucker, whether it's Larry Nassar, whether it's Curtis Blackwell and the recruiting scandal that was. Michigan State's got a lot of nerve of pushing the finger this way. Oh, don't get me started.
I think I might just do the rest of the show like this, like coaches do in the NFL and in college, so that they aren't able to read the lips.
No, that's illegal.
Yeah, that's illegal. Tom Mazaway, good afternoon to you, my friend.
Hey, fellas, it's Friday. We made it, man.
We need your mic. You got to get his mic there. All right. Easy's in the booth there. He's trying to figure it out.
Easy, am I on?
No, I don't hear you. Oh, man, hold on. Parker's got to come save the day over here. Oh, man, come on. Don't you have a third chair? Oh, there you go.
For crying out loud.
Tom Mazaway, good afternoon to you,
hey,
my
fellas,
friend.
I said we made it to Friday. I told you it was a quick week, and it's Michigan State week. And what are we talking about? We're talking about Michigan stealing signs. And there was more talk about it today, right? I'll let you fill in our peeps.
Well, first of all, just to respond to something that Braylon just said about Michigan State not wanting to play. Apparently, there was a report that Michigan State was considering not playing Michigan this weekend because of the health and safety of their student athletes, or whatever the case may be. And that it almost felt like, to me, like a Sparky Anderson, Kirk Gibson situation.
He don't want to walk you?
He don't want to walk you. He don't want to walk you. It's like they don't want to play you.
Yeah.
They don't want to play you because it's almost look.
What are you talking about? Safety.
Well,
Safety of their people.
I don't even have any idea what that could
mean?
be. I don't have anything what that could be. You know, Michigan State people would say that Michigan did not have COVID in 2020 because they were scared to play Ohio State and hang 100 on them, or whatever that saying was, whatever the case may be.
That might be true, though.
And this might be true as well.
No, this is true.
Michigan might hang 100 on Michigan State this week. That's what might happen. Now, as far as the sign stealing goes, Bray, just a little bit more on that. This became a rule in the first place back in the early 90s, not because it was so egregious. The NCAA tried to level the playing field with smaller schools. The athletic budget at Eastern Michigan wasn't the same as the athletic budget at Michigan or Appalachian State or anywhere else. So the schools, the smaller schools in the country didn't have that money to send staffers or coaches or whoever around the country week in and week out to go scout these other teams. Do we have that Urban Meyer? Did we get the Urban Meyer sound?
I kind of it's not very audible. You can't really understand it because it's so loud.
Oh, okay.
I did send it to the group text, but I did not put it on the show.
So there's video of Urban Meyer circulating saying that he had somebody at Michigan's games every week.
Yes.
Yeah.
He had somebody dedicated to go every week to scout the opponent, every week to go to Michigan. And did somebody go to the games? Maybe, maybe not. Even if they did, on a scale of violations, this isn't even on the scale. This is like a feather on a against a brick or something like that on one of those friggin'.
Listen, this ain't garbage can hitting. This isn't wiring up players. This is not cheating like the Astros did. This is all in the rules. There's no rule against it. The only rule is you can't send somebody that you send. You cannot send somebody to go look at everybody that you're going to be playing and look at and video them. If you're not doing that, you ain't cheating.
Listen, this is the last thing I'll say about this because I'm done with it. This is exhausted energies that we should never even have given it, but they forced it down because everybody, Pauls, is talking about this story all around the country. So here's my last tidbit on it. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Michigan State, Ohio State, Greg Schiano started at Ohio State to get to Rutgers. They played this year. Urban Meyer, Ryan Day. It doesn't matter. NCAA, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. NCAA can't get Jim Harbaugh. Ohio State can't beat Jim Harbaugh. Michigan State sure as hell can't beat Jim Harbaugh. And oh, by the way, now Michigan, and this is from Colin Cowherd, by the way, although I shared his same sentiment before I heard it, now Michigan is pulling away from everybody, not just Ohio State, not just Penn State, not just Michigan State, everybody in the freaking division and most people in the country. The media doesn't like him because he only talks to two people. He won't give you time of day, won't give you the satisfaction. The coaches don't like him because he leaned into NIL, said the players should get everything that they were worth, everything that they desire, everything that they've worked hard for, they should get. Coaches like Dabo Swinney don't like that. Coaches like Nick Saban, they don't like that. Coaches like, exactly. All these coaches, all these media outlets, Michigan State, all these institutions, they have a problem because the big dog is back. That is as simple as it is. The big dog is that. We haven't even won a national championship yet, and we have the number 1 brand in the country. Just imagine what happens when Michigan wins the national championship this year, because they won't be able to deem us to make a bowl, which makes us ineligible to make the college football playoff. This is a nothing burger. It is just like making an allegation. It's not necessary about the allegation or the allegation sticking mask. Once you throw it out there, it takes a shot at your cachet. Now you know it. Even though if you survive it, it's still out there that you guys cheated. It's still out there that this happened. That's what they try to do. Sprinkle a little dirt on there, a little dirt, and eventually you got enough dirt. What is it they think it does to Jim Harbaugh? Push him in the direction of the door at Ann Arbor to go to the NFL. This is a nothing burger, and that's the last thing I'll say about it. It's got to be king.
Rack him, Ryan. Rack him. Mic drop.
Well, there's no doubt about it, right? I mean, and here's the deal. Just to quickly sum up for you this whole Michigan sign stealing situation for people around the country who aren't Michigan fans. If Michigan goes on to win the national championship, which we believe they're going to do.
Here comes the asterisk.
People are going to say, you know what? They cheated. Yeah, they won. They cheated. If this didn't happen, you know what people would say? Well, the only reason they got to the college football playoff was because they played an easy schedule, and they didn't earn it. The Big Ten sucked. Their non-conference schedule sucked. They had to win 2 games against Penn State and Ohio State, and they shouldn't even have been there. If their schedule wasn't as easy as it is, it would be something else. There would always be something. In 1997, Michigan was the best team in the country, okay? I don't care what anybody says. Nebraska got a share of the national championship because their coach, Tom Osborne, was retiring, and the coaches, to send him out with a national championship, voted for him. It is always something with Michigan. People hate us. And just like Buddy said in Rocky, some guys, Gazzo said this to Buddy, some guys, they just hate for no reason. Look, we know people that aren't Michigan fans hate Michigan. I'm sorry. People hate whoever is at the top. And Michigan right now is at the top in the Big Ten. And it looks like they're going to stay there for a while as long as Jim Harbaugh is the head coach there. It's just that simple. And people have a problem with that. Whether it's Tiger Woods, whether it's Jim Harbaugh, whether it's the CEO of this corporation, whether it's this owner of this company, if you are at the top of insert industry here, people are always going to be gunning for you. And people are gunning for Jim Harbaugh right now. Even Paul Feinbaum. Here's what Paul Feinbaum had to say about this. We don't have that.
We have the tweet. Sure we do. You got it there, buddy.
Okay. Either way, he said this
there it
is
that's one of them.
Here's what he had to say. I think he has had enough of what this sport is really about, the way it's operated, and the thin line the NCAA uses to go after people. Clearly, he's in their crosshairs, and that is more in regards to Jim Harbaugh just saying, you know what, I'm out of this college thing, I'm going to go back to the NFL. We're going to table this conversation for a minute. We're going to take a break. When we come back, more on this. We'll talk to Matt Broder about Lions in about 30 minutes from now. We'll get into the Lions game ourselves, but just the possibilities of what lies ahead here for the rest of the 2023 season at Michigan, and of course we'll get into the game tomorrow. But first, a message from Dispo.
That's right. You're a local plug now. Dispo Romeo, open till midnight. Michigan's largest cannabis mall. 21 up you have to be. And it is recreational only, but that's it. You got the best brands, whether it's Hyman, whether it's Runts, whatever you need, we got it. Best ways to consume your cannabis: oil, flower, edibles. Open till midnight. Dispo Romeo, 21 locations around the state. Let's go.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Hey, this is Mr. Kearney, Chief Academic Officer, Academy of Warren. I want to welcome you to the brand new field house. The state-of-the-art facility has a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, soccer field. It can be used for 7-on-7 football. Our K-8 academic features AM, PM, latchkey, small classroom sizes, Learning Street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, Houghton Mifflin curriculum, academic games, K-8 athletics, and more. Enroll today at academywarren.net.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot off the press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want on the misses. Join Maz, Dick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
When buying or selling real estate, flexibility and control over the sales process is key. Sellers, how would you like the freedom of canceling your listing agreement at any time for any reason with no penalty at all? That is exactly what Mark White and Associates is offering. It's called their minute-by-minute listing agreement by Mark White and Associates. Try Mark White's risk-free minute-to-minute agreement today. Looking to buy or sell real estate? Visit markwhitesells.com or call 248-290-8242. That number again, 248-290-8242. markwhitesells.com, where flexibility meets success.
Welcome back, Woodward Sports Network. Ryan Ermanni, Braylon Edwards, Tom Mazaway. We have Parker, and Easy is in the booth for us. We appreciate Easy running the audio for us today. Braylon, I did want to just to put a bow on this sign stealing proposition. I think it was reported in The Athletic, or not reported, but one of the coaches said 80 to 90% of teams do this.
Yeah.
80 to 90% of teams do this. Why the NCAA is choosing to expose this allegation against Jim Harbaugh is really telling here. That's what the bigger story to me is this NCAA obsession with Jim Harbaugh. They just can't seem to get past him attacking the NCAA, that organization, and everything else. And if you're watching on YouTube right now, you're seeing a picture of Connor Stallions, who is alleged to be the sign stealer, quote unquote, which I don't even like to call him a sign stealer. And if isn't he supposed to be at a game right now? What's he doing on the sideline?
I'm trying to think. Maybe he's watching on his phone.
You know,
maybe he's watching on his tablet.
And maybe our systems, I say ours, maybe Michigan's systems is just better than yours. Why do coaches talk like this?
Yeah.
Why do they talk like this?
Because people steal, people can read lips.
It's gamesmanship.
Yeah.
Why do you have 4 quarterbacks on the sideline, all in different jerseys, going like,
yeah,
who's the right one? I just don't understand, Bray. I think the only thing you could say about this is that the NCAA has it out for Jim Harbaugh. Ryan Day has it out for Jim Harbaugh. Michigan State has it out for Jim Harbaugh. And this is where we are.
Yeah, you know, the crazy thing about it is, one, they've been doing this for years. Like, they've been doing this, Ryan, since I was in Little League playing PAL for the West Side Cubs. Same team that Larry Foote played for. They've been doing this since college. They've been doing this in the NFL. They do it all over the place in terms of stealing signs. We do it during games. You figure it out. You know what happens when somebody figures out your signs? Literally, Ryan, it takes a player or two to realize that someone has your signs. You adapt. You adjust. You change again. That's what good coaches do. Good coaches, let's say that we're true. Good coaches don't sit there and continue to run the same game plan, knowing that their signs have already been stolen. At the end of the day, this is a complete nothing burger at all.
Will they win, though? I think that's the big question. Will Ryan Day win? Will Michigan State win? Will the NCAA win and force Jim Harbaugh back to the NFL? I think that is the only question for Michigan fans at this point. Or will Jim Harbaugh just stick it out with the university and say, you know what, I'm going to fight you to the end on this?
Here's a question. When will the masses rise up and get smart and realize like what's going on? When will they realize, man, it was a $2 cheeseburger? Damn, it was like a period during COVID where nobody really was going on. Like, wow, they're really coming after for something that everyone does, including when Ohio State went after Clemson, and that never got talked about, never got discussed, never even got checked into it really. Like, when are they going to realize that there's more at play here? There's more at work here. Everybody's taking a little bit of cheese and saying, I knew they weren't clean. I knew they were doing something. When Ohio State was beating the hell out of the Big Ten for years, did someone say they must be cheating? They were. They were getting all the 5-star talent. They were doing what everybody's doing now legally. But to your point, other things. I'm just saying, like, nobody went after, and even if they were, yes, and nobody went after them. Nobody's going after Nick Saban. Nobody's going after Dabo Swinney. Nobody's going after any of those things. But here comes Jim Harbaugh, who hasn't even won a national title. That's the biggest thing.
You don't even hear about like the SEC anymore. It just seems that all you're hearing about now is Michigan. You know what that means?
Michigan Dion.
Yeah, you're right. I'm all here for it. I'm all here for it. I think Jim Harbaugh just will laugh at these people and laugh at. He'll just keep coming for me. Keep coming for me.
Here's one piece of an impact that I think it will have. If there was any chance whatsoever of J.J. McCarthy winning the Heisman Trophy, I think that's out the window now. Because I think there are enough people out there that will say, oh, well, they knew the defenses that were called. They knew what the other people were doing, so we're going to...
You think it'll go that deep?
I think so.
Let's see how he has the next few weeks.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm just saying because people for the most part, like, have no common sense.
And they're penny
You know what I mean? Have no common sense. So for the most part, that's true. So I think if they do have any sort of retribution, Jim Harbaugh won't win Coach of the Year. J.J. McCarthy won't win the Heisman. If he is, on the verge, if you with your eyeballs, he's never going to have the gaudy numbers. But if they're unbeaten and make it to the quarterback's probably going to be in New York. You might not think he can win the Heisman anyway, but this will kind of put that aside too. But those are individual awards that honestly I don't even care about.
Well, they are individual awards, but it sucks that because of someone's allegation on some BS,
Facts.
like this is the same thing. This is when somebody cries wolf. Somebody cries wolf. The only person that hurts is the person that got cried wolf on. Like, that's what's going to happen. What if a recruit, 5-star recruits, all of a sudden, I don't know, are they clean up there? Like, I don't want to go somewhere that's not clean. Maybe I don't need to go play quarterback in Ann Arbor. Maybe we don't need to go play wide receiver. Maybe I go tell a couple of friends that are in my recruiting class that don't go do this. The fact that if it's not true, which I do not believe it is, like, these are the conversations that we're having. Potentially getting ousted on some BS. It's just funny to me. Like, I just laugh that no one else can realize what's really going on.
No doubt. Guys, let me talk to you about the college pregame show that we're going to have here on Woodward Sports. For the love of college football, live Saturday, 5:30 to 7. It's going to be hosted by Woodward Sports favorites Spencer, Raxter, and Flannel Sam. You can watch on YouTube. All you have to do is go to our YouTube page, Woodward Sports on YouTube. Again, for the love of college football, live Saturday, 5:30 to 7 for our pre-game show.
There's going to be a lot of screaming on
Absolutely.
that show.
Let me ask you about this game on the field between the lines, Braylon. You played, I think Chris Perry had 50-plus carries one year.
53.
You took over a game the next year. There is always a player, or seemingly always is a player that takes over a game in the Michigan State rivalry. If you had to say who that player would be right now, who do you think takes over this game tomorrow?
I think it's J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah.
I think it's J.J. McCarthy. The running game has been iffy all year in terms of consistency. So, I mean, they're going to try to get it going. It's fall. It's that type of game. Chris Perry, 2003, I was there. I was just in East Lansing last night, and when I was looking at the stadium, first thing I could think about was that 03 game and think about 53 carries. I think he had 240 yards and 2 touchdowns or a touchdown, but it was just crazy. I think it'd be J.J. McCarthy because I think like now is a perfect time for him. His coach is under fire. The team is under fire to a certain extent in terms of the schedule that they've played. He's been under fire in certain extent in terms of how good is he really. Yeah, his completion percentage is the best in the country, but he's not throwing the ball down the field. That means you're not watching film. Yeah, he's doing really good, but it's the talent that they're playing against. This is the perfect game. J.J. McCarthy, you're talking about the Heisman. They're undefeated. It's on the road. It's in East Lansing. No matter how bad that team is in East Lansing, they are your rival. This is the perfect game for JJ to come up there. And it's a night game. It's the perfect game for him to go off and really start, Ryan, the real Heisman talk. Because if you remember, what game was it that really started the Heisman talk for Hayden Hutchinson? It was a performance against Michigan State in East Lansing. So I'm going with J.J. McCarthy.
They even took a touchdown away from him in that game.
Don't get me started.
I won't. I wish this game was on Fox. I don't even know what channel this game is on.
It's on NBC.
Oh, God.
That means Peacock, right?
But it's Noah Eagle and Todd Blackledge.
Okay, that's good.
They're good.
They're good. All right, the reason I wanted it on Fox is because I wanted to hear Gus Johnson say, the Don. I think it's Donovan Edwards' breakout game. I really believe Donovan Edwards explodes in this game. That's my guy.
It's a good one.
That's my guy.
Yeah, could be.
It's an Edwards.
This is true. It is Edwards have done well in that stadium.
You know, if you look back at last year's game, this might be exactly what Michigan needs too. Look, you're playing an inferior opponent. I know it's a rivalry game, but there is zero possibility.
It's an inferior program.
Right. You could lose. There's zero chance. I mean, 0.1% chance that you could lose this game. I'm not trying to be cocky Michigan guy. I'm just trying to be realistic about what's going to happen on the field. Last year kind of felt like the same way. Michigan was completely superior to Michigan State last year, and it felt like that Michigan came in a little sluggish. Michigan State took a 7-0 lead. Michigan's first two series was a fumble and a field goal. In fact, I don't think Michigan scored a touchdown. Did they score a touchdown in the first half of this game? They scored one touchdown in the first half. It was completely a slow start. Michigan had a 10-7 lead at the half last year.
It was gross.
That's Michigan every game, though.
Well, I don't think it's going to be Michigan this game.
I agree with you.
And if there's one thing this did was I think you will see Michigan play their best football game of the year, and they have played some darn good ones. This game will be Michigan's best game of the year, and they're going to put a hurt on Michigan State. I fully believe that. I mean, I'm looking at like a 35-0 at halftime.
I just think we're an institution that's done so many crazy, illegal, and black mark things in the past 7 years. It behooves me that you have the audacity to point the finger anywhere. What you guys got going on in East Lansing, my God, you still got investigations going. Don't get me started.
Guys, we'll take a break. We're going to get into some Lions talk. We'll do that next. But first, a message from Planet Fitness.
Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals. At Planet Fitness, you will experience a squeaky clean gym that has a ton of equipment, a full-body workout in just 30 minutes. All memberships include fitness training. You get all of this for just $10 a month, no commitment, no matter where you are. There's a Planet Fitness close by. There are more than 50 in the Metro Detroit area and thousands more throughout the world. PlanetFitness.com is where you can go because your fitness is essential.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot off the press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White & Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
Hey guys, when it comes to your pet, you want to give them the best. That's right, you do it. Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. They've been in business for over 30 years in 13 Metro Detroit locations, family owned and operated, over 60 brands of food, and the lowest prices in town. They even have curbside delivery if you need it. How about it? Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. Check them out at premierpetsupply.com.
This guy, David Cohn, by the way, on...
not my David Cohn.
No, not your David Cohn.
Okay.
This guy, David Cohn, who works for Daily Wire. He says, Jim Harbaugh's staff is so elite. They can be on the sideline during Michigan games and simultaneously scout their opponents in personnel.
That's awesome.
It is so funny. Hey, we have the live watch party as well. We want you to live stream, sit here. We've got the live stream during the Michigan and Michigan State game. It is Saturday. It's 7:30, featuring special guests, many surprises. Watch Michigan State with us right here on WSN's YouTube channel. It starts at 7:30, and of course that's after the pregame show for the love of college football. Hey, Bray, let's get into some Detroit Lions talk now,
Something
shall
worth
we?
talking about.
Lions 3-point underdogs on the road in Baltimore this week. Tim Twentyman put up some ranking comparisons for how good the Lions offense and defense has been so far this year. They're scoring 28 points a game. They're giving up just under 19 points a game. This defense is solid. This offense is solid. Looks like they're going to get a couple of players back for this one too, Bray.
Definitely looks like they're going to get a couple of players back, Ryan, and they're going to need it. For what we talk about the Detroit Lions, the Baltimore Ravens are a damn good ball club as well. They got a quarterback that's always up for, and he's always in MVP contention, and he seems to be having a better year this year. You got a defense that's a lot better, Ryan, than they've been in the last couple of years. They're actually playing some good defense 4-2. They're a really good football team. They're coming off a loss in London. They're trying to really stay ahead in their division because they feel Cincinnati is coming up. They lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers in a game they should have won. Look, this team they know they've dropped a couple they should have won. They know they're a good team, and they look at this game, right? They circled it. The Detroit Lions are 5-1. They're coming here, and people are riding Detroit high, and they're riding them a lot. It's a great game to get on track. This is the Baltimore thing. It's a great game to get on track, beat them in a tough, hard-fought game. This is the type of game that really can give the Lamar Jackson and give that Baltimore team that type of cachet, that type of experience. Like, you know what? We are a really good team, and we can do something this year. Watch out.
Hey, Jahmyr Gibbs coming back. Brian Branch coming back. We spoke to Brian Wacker of the Baltimore Sun yesterday. He said the Ravens know what they're getting here with the Lions. They're going to try to be ready for them. But we said, I think it's a perfect time to get these guys coming back from London. They beat the Titans last week. This week is all screwed up for them. Bray, am I wrong about that?
No.
When you're playing in London, you're coming back Sunday. It's 6 hours difference. You're probably off Monday, but you're working Tuesday. It's all whacked out.
So I talked to my brother-in-law, Marcus Pollard, who's a friend of the show, son, my nephew at Michigan, Michael Pollard. Talked to Marcus about this a couple years ago because Jacksonville plays all the time.
Yep.
They're the team that's played overseas the most. He says it's tough for those guys to get their rhythm back. He said they're sluggish during a week of practice. By the time they have a decent practice, it's Friday already, and they're trying to go into a game, especially against an opponent like the Lions. The Lions are clicking on all cylinders, minus injuries. They're still clicking once they get into game time. So he said it's tough to get your momentum back. By the time it's Friday, it's already 2 days before game time. So it is a real deal in terms of playing over there and coming back here to try and get your rhythm and compete on Sunday.
And that's why they're giving the Jaguars, by the way, one game in the next 23 days for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They got to get their body clocks right. You mentioned Brian Branch. Here's what Brian Branch had to say as we caught up with him. Matt Broder caught up with him earlier this week.
We still got a long season to go, and shoot, each game is going to be a tough battle, and I'm only even hungrier to get back out there and just prove everybody. So
Could not wait to get back at it. He's like, I'm hungry. I'm anxious to prove myself again, and I'm looking forward to getting back out on the field, and I'm feeling good.
You know, it's pretty important to do that too. I mean, look, they missed him, Bray. They missed Brian Branch. He is not only is he an elite player already, he's a leader out there.
He's definitely been a leader
already.
He is. I agree with you 100%, Ryan. You see his energy in those games. You saw him wanting to get back on that field against the Atlanta Falcons. You saw him when he got that pick 6 against the Kansas City Chiefs. He's bringing that energy. He's not surprised by what he's doing. I look at him too, man. Like, look at where he's coming from. He's coming from Alabama, and what did they do the last 2 years to Alabama? Challenges Alabama still have it. Challenges, are they still those guys? Do they still have the same type of players that they did when they were winning national championship? Now he comes to Detroit. Is Detroit really about that? Is Detroit at 5-1? Are they a real team? Are their players really real? Did they really strike gold in the draft with the players that they have? So I think he's coming from a place of doubt. Hey, he's coming from a place of doubt the last couple of years. Maz, who did not get drafted in the first round, stayed the night, still walked the stage when his name was called in the second round. It's Brian Branch. He is coming from a place of doubt. So be prepared for him to put on a show. I agree with you there.
Here's what Aiden Hutchinson had to say about this Lions defense, because as you just saw there a minute ago by the graphic that Tim Twentyman put out, giving up just 18.8 points per game. If you do that, you are going to give your team a chance to win more than not. Here's what Aiden Hutchinson had to say about this Lions defense.
Yeah, I mean, we're rolling, and this is what I think everybody envisioned, when AG came here and kind of, took control of this defense. And I think we're finally doing what's expected of us. So I think it's really exciting to see, and I think the fans are loving it, and so we're having fun while we're doing it.
Anytime you have success, you have fun doing it.
Yeah.
And these guys, it's a lot easier to come to work when you're having that success than when you're not. And I think these guys love showing up to work every day and trying to get after it.
Yeah, I mean, look at Aiden's last year at Michigan. You talking about success and having fun, showing up to work and class, if you will. But the thing about it is now, Ryan, just looking kind of at how the backfield is going to be. I know Jared Goff last week had a really good game, had 355 yards. He found that the offense definitely needed that. But that running game is a question mark. And Jahmyr Gibbs, although he's playing, we're excited. We want to see where the growth has been, what's going on. That now the defense, they got to step it up a little bit more. I might be wrong, but I believe with the running back game not being to where we believe it usually is, that's when the defense now has to get a couple extra stops. That's when the defense has to get one of those plays that could have been a really big play for Lamar or for that Baltimore offense. They got to make that play. Now, instead of just knocking the ball down, now maybe you get a pick. Now, instead of making it be a forced fumble and they recover it, now you got a fumble recovery to the house. You talked about earlier in the week, this is the perfect game for something funky to happen. It's what we talked about. This is the perfect game for something funky to happen. Defense knows that they got a little bit more on them to help out Jared Goff in that offense. And there's nothing wrong with that. When you're a good football team, it happens like that. Some games, the offense has to help the defense. Some games, the defense has to help the offense. In my estimation, this is going to be one of those days. Defense is going to have to bring it just a little bit more.
If David Montgomery was playing in this game, I bet you this game would be a pick-em. He means that much to this team. But to hear that Jahmyr Gibbs is ready to go and healthy, I do believe. I'm sticking with what my prediction was. I believe he'll be over 100 yards in total offense, and he'll score his first touchdown this weekend.
Because this offense has been great behind Jared Goff. Jared Goff, they're calling it the Goffense, right? I think that is so clever. Goffense for the Detroit Lions, and they are third in total offense right now, are the Detroit Lions, with Jared Goff leading the way. They are first in many categories. I mean, top 5 in every category for the Detroit Lions. It is something to see, and it is. Remember when you'd watch it was like the most boring game of the weekend, and you got stuck watching the Lions. It was just so boring. The Lions play the most exciting game of the week. Every single week. They get big plays. They make big stops. They're unpredictable. You don't know if they're going for it on fourth down. You don't know if they're doing this. You don't know if they're doing that. It's a fun freaking watch.
They've been flexed already.
Here you go. Here's a stat to put us all into perspective for Jared Goff and how well he's played. Patrick Mahomes and how well he's playing. The Bills, Josh Allen. You look at what's going on around the league. You look at these teams, Jalen Hurts. All these guys, the Brock Purdy's and blah, blah, blah. Oh, here's Tua Tagovailoa, who's had 70 points, and he's doing all this. Guess which quarterback out of all those is leading the league in touchdowns accounted for? It's none of them. It's Jared Goff. He leads the league with touchdowns accounted for at 13. 12 passing, 1 he rushed for.
And I want you to hear from him as well. Here's what Jared Goff had to say about his own improvements. Because this guy, there's quarterbacks out there that have bigger names than him. There's no doubt about that. But there are very few quarterbacks that are playing as good a football as him right now. Here's what he had to say about his own improvements.
Yeah, I certainly took my lumps and learned I learned what it took to lose, and how easy it is to lose if you don't do the right things, and how good our league is, and learned a lot about myself and grew through that, and I was able to overcome it. I got here after 4 years of starting, and now I'm in my 7th year starting, and I wish I could give you something specific other than just reps and just seeing things more than once, and being very familiar with what we're doing on offense and settling in as a player and getting better and maturing and learning and the whole thing. That's really what it comes down to. And I'd still like to think I'm relatively young in the league. I'm, again, in my 7th year starting, still still in my 20s, hanging on to that for one more year. So, yeah, it's hopefully I can look back at this point and say I've learned so much more 5 years from now.
Still in his 20s, playing his best football, and it's only going to get better from here.
I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
I'm so happy for him.
What you got for us,
Confidence,
Parker?
Bray. Confidence, man.
Confidence, which was help given to him by the Detroit Lions, Dan Campbell, and Ben Johnson. Man, they trusted in him, and Brad Holmes. They trusted him, and he's delivering, Parker.
I think a lot of people are somewhat worried about the Lions. I know talking to people in my inner circle and talking about them with the Lions, they're worried that we technically haven't been tested. Well, apparently we haven't been tested playing the Chiefs. Apparently we weren't tested playing the Seahawks. Apparently we weren't tested playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Sounds like
last
Michigan's
week.
schedule.
Yeah, exactly. But, I mean, if you look at other teams that are at the top of the NFL right now, the Dolphins, they just played a team we just played in the Carolina Panthers. You know what happened? Carolina started to run it up in the first half. So if anybody's worried if this team might be frauds or if anything, the Lions beat the Kansas City Chiefs. I think that says it enough.
Parker, let me help you out with that, and I'm going to help the team out. Let's stop caring about what people think about the Lions. Let's stop outside this city. Let's stop caring about what people have to say about the Detroit Lions and what they have to do to show up and prove to them. First of all, who are you? Like, you're never going to give us credit. I
think they're getting a lot of love, though, no?
But I'm talking about the naysayers. But I'm talking about that's what we're focusing on now, the naysayers. That's what Parker was talking about. They beat Kansas City, but they didn't have Chris Jones and Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Okay. They played him at that time. That's what the given game was. Well, Lamar Jackson, they're just coming off London. See, that's going to be the excuse once we beat the hell out of the Ravens. Once we beat the Ravens, it'll be they're just coming from London. Once we beat the Chargers, it'll be Brandon Staley's on his way out the door. They doesn't have control. It's not Herbert's fault. Once we beat blah, blah, blah. It is going to keep going. So we just got to keep rolling and keep rocking and rolling. Let the Detroit Lions keep piling up these wins. Because eventually, when you realize the Detroit Lions are for real, it's going to be too late because they're going to be the Super Bowl.
For Goff, too, I think it's so important. When the Rams traded him, it was like they were throwing him away, throwing him in the trash.
It was a low point in his life, probably.
Absolutely. Going from L.A. to Detroit, a Super Bowl appearance to the worst team in the league, a first-year head coach leaving this offensive genius. You were being thrown away in the trash. But then there was somebody that believed in you. Then there were a couple of people that believed in you. Brad Holmes never wavered. This is my quarterback. Then Dan Campbell came along. And then Ben Johnson said, I could work with this. You no matter what you do in life, if you have somebody in your corner, if you have somebody that believes in you, man, that goes a long way, and that's exactly what's happening with Jared Goff right now. I expect him to have a big game, too. With Montgomery out, I expect a lot more responsibility on Jared Goff's shoulders as well, and he can absolutely carry that weight.
I was going to say, I agree with you. Yeah, Ben Johnson and Jared Goff kind of put that offense together since they've been there. They worked on this offense together. That's why when you say Goffense, I'm like, it makes sense. Like, he was the guy that helped Ben Johnson put it together.
No doubt. Guys, coming up next, we're going to talk to our WSN Lions beat writer. It is Matt Broder. You can hear him, by the way, Woodward Nights, Booner, and Broder 8 to 10. We'll get with Matt. We'll do it next. But first, a message from the Hamlin Pub.
Where you are a regular. We have just the place for you. Head to one of Hamlin Pub's 7 locations and experience where everyone is a regular. And join Woodward Sports for their Lions postgame show live from Hamlin Pub on Tinkin Road this Sunday. Stick, Maz, and more will be there to break down the Lions vs. Ravens game. We will see you for our live show from Hamlin Pub on Tinkin Road this Sunday. Experience your favorite new pub for all things sports. It's Hamlin Pub, where everyone is a regular.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, 2 of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win an all-expenses-paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament for you and 5 of your best buds. That's right, college basketball's most elite event. You and your 5 best friends just get to any Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically register to win the trip of your dreams. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Come hang with the Woodward Sports Crew this weekend for our Michigan State, and Lions watch-along party featuring different special guests and surprises. Tune in on Saturday and Sunday on the Woodward Sports YouTube channel at game time.
A $100,000 Vegas getaway. Take your closest friends and live it up in the city that never sleeps. It's the Cintron Energy. You can drink it. You can live it. Purchase a 24-pack today and enter to win that $100,000 Vegas getaway at drinkcintron.com/Vegas and buy your Cintron at your local Meyer. Cintron, the healthier energy drink with great taste. Look good, feel great, and be the best version of yourself with Cintron. Go to drinkcintron.com/Vegas for that $100,000 Vegas getaway.
All right, gang. Hey, welcome back, Woodward Sports Network on a Friday. Maybe you're going to a high school football game tonight. Maybe you're doing a little Michigan State tomorrow, or perhaps Lions and Ravens taking the road trip on Sunday. How about that?
Belleville and Northfield play at Belleville tonight. It's a huge one.
How about Grosse Pointe, North Grosse Pointe South tonight? A little De La Salle versus Denby tonight. Oh yeah!
Oh, wow!
Oh yeah!
Is Robbie playing?
Oh yeah! You know what time it is.
Quarterback at Belleville is the #1 player in the state.
Oh yeah, he is. Dion's been here for that. Dion's been here for him.
He's right.
Underwood, I believe his name is.
Sadler.
Okay. Here we go, guys. Let's swing it out to our WSN Lions beat writer. It is Matt Broder coming to us from Allen Park. Oh, swinging a drive. Hey, Matt, can I ask you a baseball question, by the way?
Ryan, of course. Ask me anything.
Why do they take a pitcher out with 70 pitches, throwing a 2-hit shutout, dominating last night?
Dude, Ryan, I have no idea when this change happened in baseball, but I hate it. I get the strategy, but man, let the starting pitchers go. I mean, back when I pitched, which wasn't that long ago, it was when you get the ball, you don't want to give it up. You want to go all 9. I don't know where that went. I'm sad, man. I'm sad, Ryan.
Soft.
Ain't no more Nolan Ryans here, bro.
Soft.
Ain't no more.
All right, Matt, paint the picture for us. What's happening today in Allen Park? What's going on out there today?
The fellas are getting ready to go. They're serious. They're taking this game against the Ravens as serious as I've seen a game played so far this season. They know what they're in for. They understand the problems, the matchup problems that the Ravens can cause, both on offense and defense, and they're ready. We got guys coming back. Obviously, we're going to be missing, and maybe you'll ask about this next, we're going to be missing David Montgomery, Jonah Jackson. But we got guys like Jahmyr Gibbs and Josh Paschal expected to be back, and they're hungry to get out there and help their team. I think the whole team is ready to get to Baltimore and play these boys.
Well, you set us up for the next question, Matt Broder, and so I will ask.
Perfect.
Jahmyr Gibbs, he is back. David Montgomery, he is not. What do you think is going to go on with Jahmyr Gibbs? Like, what are we talking about? Because looks like he's going to be the starter. What are we expecting from Jahmyr Gibbs?
Yes, to be determined what his usage is going to be, but he is going to be that #1 running back to start the game. We got a chance to speak with him in the locker room, and he was talking about how he has no problem going out there if they need 20, 25 carries. He wants to be that guy. He sort of chuckled at the question, like, if they need it, I'm ready for it. But he also at the same time understood that might not be his role. I do think because this Baltimore rush defense, the defense in general, is so strong, we are going to see Craig Reynolds out there a fair amount, especially on 3rd down, because of how strong he is in the pass blocking game. And that doesn't mean that Jahmyr Gibbs comes off the field then. We just may see him do more creative things out of the backfield, or maybe we'll finally get to see him out of the slot a little bit more as well. So it's going to come down to what Ben Johnson decides how he's going to scheme this offense, but Jahmyr Gibbs feels 100%. He was very close last week against the Buccaneers. He feels a lot better now. So I think he's going into this game as if he's 100%, and I expect them to treat him like that.
Talking to Matt Broder, our WSN Lions beat writer. Hey, Matt, no disrespect to the Falcons, Packers, Panthers, or Bucks, but it does feel like for the first time in a couple of weeks that this is a big game. It is a big opponent. You mentioned that they're a little bit more serious. Maybe like all of us, it just feels like anytime you have your level of competition raised, you raise your game as well.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you, and to me, that's what I've noticed out of these games, and it's been against inferior opponents that you mentioned. They haven't lowered their playing level to play down to those teams. So I think they're going to be right there, whether it's playing up to the Ravens or just keeping their level of play up and letting the Ravens have to match them. That's the kind of team the Detroit Lions are now. It's definitely going to be a tough game. And the way I look at this one, it's a playoff type matchup. They get to go get some experience going into a hostile environment against a very good team that do things that they've struggled with historically, like control a mobile quarterback. I think they're going to play this game like a playoff game, and regardless, the feeling, that atmosphere in Baltimore, it's going to be even a notch up from what it was in Tampa Bay.
Hey, Matt, I read a couple of Lion players are remembering a couple of years ago when Baltimore came in and stole that game from the Lions. I'll ask you, have you heard about a few of them talking about that game?
You know, to be honest, everyone I've spoken to, they tend to brush it off and say that is just from years past. It's something, it was not a fluke at the end of a game, but those things happen. Baltimore's a good team, and Justin Tucker is one of the best kickers of all time. So it happens, but you can tell that they do remember that. Any athlete remembers those losses sometimes more than those wins. So they're not taking this lightly, and I don't think they don't want this to be a close game at the end of it. I think they want to be 7-10 points ahead with 3 minutes to go. So I don't think they want to leave it up to Justin Tucker this year.
Hey, I heard Dave Phipp talk yesterday, special teams coach, and they were asking about giving the game ball to Jack Fox. He was like, yeah, we gave it to him. He did kick one in the end zone, touchback, but we busted his chops on that. Are you feeling that there's going to be some trickery going on in this game?
There might be. I can't get a sense of if it's going to happen. They've been really keeping everything close to their chest, but this is one of those games similar to Kansas City that, not that Dan Campbell feels he needs to run a trick play or they need to get ultra creative to win the game, but I believe they know the importance of each possession, and if they can steal one on a 4th and 2 or a 4th and 1 and try to run something tricky, I do think they go for that, whether it's out of a punt and have Jack Fox throw the ball. He does have a very good arm. Or do something else creatively. We may be seeing some of that. But that special teams unit in general is playing really well. Khalil Dorsey's back. We all know about Jack Fox. Even that coverage unit. Today, who was it that talked today? Kelvin Shepard. We were talking about Malcolm Rodriguez. And he feels that Malcolm has been, despite his diminished role on the defensive end, the last couple of weeks he's been one of the best special teams players in the league, and he's embracing that role. He was as happy as ever that they got out of that Tampa Bay game with a win. So just hearing those things, hearing a guy like Malcolm who was tops on the team in jersey sales at one point last season, hearing him out there with that attitude, that support, I don't know, I love that. I love hearing that stuff, especially out of guys who were starters and are now on special teams. That doesn't happen in most teams, and I bet you Braylon can confirm that.
100% it doesn't. Hey, let me ask you a question about this defense. We've all said it was good. They're playing much better than they have over the last couple of years. But let me ask you a real question about that defense, because I see a Texans team that was trying to figure it out game one. I see a bad calf, Joe Burrow. I see an Anthony Richardson, oh, by the way, who won. And then I see a Cleveland Browns team. I don't even think they played with Deshaun Watson. And then I see a Steelers team whose offense we all know is abysmal. Is that defense really that good? I know Roquan Smith is. Is that defense really that good, or are they a product of their schedule, which still is the NFL?
I do think they're that good. And I think maybe the stats are inflated a little bit with their schedule this far and not having played a real elite quarterback. And we'll chalk Joe Burrow's game up to his calf injury. He did not play well in week 2. But I do think they're that good. I really like Matabuki, their defensive end. He's not great, or he's not special at any one thing, but he's very good at multiple things. He can play both sides. If you try to go power against him, he can go speed. He can use his quickness to get around you. Or if you're expecting the quickness, he can bull rush you and get through. And even Michael Pierce, that nose tackle, that's a big boy. Like he's not on Vita Vea's level, but he's a disruptor there. They play a 3-4 defense, so he's a big part of that defense, allowing Roquan Smith Patrick Queen and Jadeveon Clowney to come off the edge from the linebackers position. They want to use that athleticism from that linebacker crew to get their pressure, to get through the line of scrimmage. So that's what Ben Johnson's got to scheme against. That's what Jared Goff has to plan for. And the key, I mean, using that play action, is it going to be there without David Montgomery? Or what level of deception can Jared Goff have with the play action pass? Because they're going to need to open up that middle of the field that those very, very athletic linebackers like to take up. The spine of that defense, they are good. I believe they're the real deal.
Defense, let's stick with linebackers. Jack Campbell, second pick in the first round. When am I going to see this Jack Campbell? When are they going to let loose the guy that Dan Campbell, who could be a surrogate father, when are they going to let him go? Like, I want to see this crazy guy that I saw going sideline to sideline at Iowa. I want to see the guy that when they drafted him, I made the face. I want to be wrong. When are they going to let Jack Campbell loose?
I think – I don't want to say it's going to happen this game, but I do believe that they're going to continue to give him more snaps each and every game. And I tend to believe, especially Calvin Shepard when he talks, that his limited playing time is more due to how good Derek Barnes has been playing and how good Alex Anzalone is playing. They haven't needed to use him as much as maybe we thought at the beginning of the season. And what Calvin Shepard said in his press conference today, he talked about when they scouted him from Iowa, they thought he could actually do a lot more than what they were using him as solely a Sam linebacker at Iowa or an inside linebacker down there just defending the run. They love his athleticism and his speed, his ability to go sideline to sideline. So that's why we're seeing him a lot more coming off the edge. I think we're going to see him even more in coverage. We're going to see him more out there, just in more snaps, making more of a difference on that team. Does it jump up a ton this week? I don't know. I believe it will go up at least a little bit.
Hey, Matt, talk to me about Jared Goff. It's almost like we just take his good play for granted now. I mean, we just expect him to make the throw. We expect him to make the right audible. We expect this offense to score 20-plus points per game. That's really hard to do in the NFL, and that's why the Lions are the only team to have done it.
It is wild. I think maybe we're not giving him enough credit, or he doesn't get enough national credit until this week when he starts getting some awards. What he does isn't necessarily sexy, but his play, the way he goes about commanding this offense, running this offense, it's efficient. I know that's kind of an overused word maybe, but he's efficient in how he makes his decisions pre-snap, how he makes decisions quickly post-snap. We talked a lot about play action. Play action means your back is to the defense at some point during that play. So he's got to flip his head around and make a really quick decision of what the defense is doing. So when you pair that with his accuracy, which I think it's got to be near the top of the league, he's able to put the ball not just where the receivers are, not just in their catch radius, but he's putting the ball where they can catch it against a leveraged matchup and be able to make a move after it, whether it's leading him on one side where he wants them to run after the catch, or just avoiding a Kyle Hamilton over the middle or one of those linebackers, putting it down so the wide receiver gets down. It's those little things that make such a difference. It builds up trust in your wide receivers. The offensive line knows he's going to get the ball out quick, so they just have to put a few seconds of effort into it. I think it all's combined for this success. But Jared Goff, he's just been steadily getting better and better, and you can see his comfort level. 2 years now with Ben Johnson and Mark Brunell for the first time in his career, the same QB and OC, the same QB coach and offensive coordinator. You can feel that confidence oozing out of him. So I just expect him to continue to get better.
The great Matt Broder, you can read him on woodwardsports.com. You can watch him on Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder, 8 to 10, Monday through Friday, tonight included. So be sure to check these guys out for your nightcap. Two of the best up-and-coming sports personalities in and around the city of Detroit right here. Matt Broder, Booner and Broder, 8 to 10. Thanks,
yes,
buddy. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Ryan. Thanks, Braylon.
Go Blue.
Thanks, Maz. Thanks,
See you,
Parker.
bro.
Bye, guys.
You got it, buddy. All right, guys.
How good is that guy?
He's best. We love him to death.
He's a
stud.
He's a rising star.
Every once in a while, I try to throw something at him. I'm like, let me see if I can throw something at him.
He's got you.
100%.
He's a stud, that's for
sure.
sure.
Dead to right, as they say.
I didn't even know that guy existed on Baltimore he was talking about.
And you know everybody.
Yeah.
That's
guys, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we didn't do this yesterday. I'd like to do it today. Top 10 Friday! Top 10 Friday!
I forgot all about it.
Top 10 Friday!
But I didn't forget what I put. Let's go. I'm ready.
We'll do it next, but first a message from Feldman.
Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer is Feldman. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership probably near you and in your own backyard. Visit FeldmanAuto.com for the location nearest you. Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide fast, convenient, and first-class car buying experience. And you know what it's called? The Feldman Advantage. It's time to take advantage. Feldman Auto.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Gabby is a college student struggling to study for her big exam. Then she discovered Syntron, a healthy way for her to stay awake and focus. Jennifer frequently has chaotic days like this until she gets online, orders some Syntron, and finds her groove. April visited her local grocery store, purchased a case of Syntron, and entered to win the Syntron 100K Vegas giveaway. Pick up your case of Syntron today at any Meijer location or visit drinksyntron.com/Vegas and enter for the 100K Vegas giveaway.
Hey, for all your outdoor needs, let me tell you about Outdoor Equipment Company, the official equipment provider of Woodward Sports. Michigan-grown, family-owned bad boy mowers, tractors, steel handhelds, even weed whippers, Liberty trailers, Generac generators, SnowX plows, and salters. Outdoor Equipment Company has it all. Buy it, rent it, 0% financing, delivered to your doorstep. OutdoorEquipCo.com. OutdoorEquipCo.com.
It's funny, Ryan, you're talking about yesterday being at hello, welcome into the second hour of the show, Ermanni and Edwards with Maz. We were sitting here talking about yesterday. I went up to East Lansing to the stadium and had an event, Ronald McDonald House event with TJ Duckett. But Ryan, it was so funny. When I walk into the room, Maz, I'm in the Victors Club room on the second floor of the stadium.
Ooh, the Victors Club.
It's like the alumni.
Yeah.
If you've ever got a letterman at Michigan State, I think before the game, they have you in there. You can have some drinks, some hors d'oeuvres, some food. And then at halftime, it's only for people with jackets. But that's where the event was. Nothing but green and white is in there. It's 85 people are green and white for TJ and for the event for the Mid-Michigan Ronald McDonald House. It's like 10 people from Ann Arbor. Nobody went. It was raining. It's tough. I understood. But when I walked in there, Ryan, we talk about that Michigan State game all the time from 2004. I still don't realize until Michigan's running into Michigan State fans. I walked in, Maz. It was like a hitman walked in. I walked in, and it was like the room got quiet.
There he is.
Oh, there he is. There he is. Like, I walked in, I'm trying to be cool, but it was like awkward. I'm like, hey, how's everybody doing?
There goes that man.
What did we say? Do we jump
He
him?
speaks.
Do we kidnap him?
He speaks
but it
English
was funny.
too.
Like we literally took Michigan State soul in 2004, and then Mike Hart for 4 years took their soul. They will never live that down, and I tried to allow them to, but.
And then he opened his mouth.
Oh, Mike. He won 4 in a row, so hey, I mean,
right.
But he opened up Pandora's box.
Hey, how about
Mike?
This will be the first time Mike Hart and Mark D'Antonio are on the sidelines.
Oh, wow.
For the first time since
Pride comes before the fall.
Pride comes before the fall. I will say, I still love the fact that Michigan State is wearing their black jerseys.
Yeah.
They're wearing their black uniforms. Wearing all black to their funeral.
They're going to their own funeral.
Hey, man.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. I am being forced to go to that game, by the way.
Oh, God.
I am being forced to go.
My God. Now, will you wear Michigan stuff?
Yeah,
or do you wear your Michigan State stuff?
No, I will not. No, I never wear Michigan State.
Lions stuff.
The Michigan State dad.
You'll wear Lions.
When I went to the Michigan State game against, I forgot what game, Washington, I wore my Jets green. I wore my Jets pullover.
Okay.
Sneaky.
This week, I will wear probably maybe this tiger, maybe the white tiger blue jersey.
It's going to be too cold for that.
Well, I'll just put a jacket over it. But I will not. I'm not into fighting.
No.
I don't want to fight.
You're a lover, not a fighter.
I'm sitting on my wife and my daughters.
Hey,
I don't want to
They
fight.
fight you, call
By
me.
the
I don't wanna
way,
fight.
speaking of that, did you fight last night at the bowling alley? Did you have any turkeys last night?
I had a couple turkeys.
Did you have any
I-
four-baggers?
I didn't have a 4-bagger, unfortunately. I just bowled good enough that we won the game.
6-11.
Did you take any dollars
590.
home?
You see how it's close.
590. I took no money home.
How did
last
that
night.
happen, man?
And there was a little fight, little jealousy in the house last night. Yeah, you know how they pull a ticket for like a strike ball. Okay. Let's say we collect a bunch of money for strike ball. So people, it's $5 a ticket, and there's a lot of money in the pot. So if you pull enough tickets, you have like 5 to 8 different pots. So if you pull the ticket, whoever has the ticket goes up, you throw a strike, you get half the pot. If you want to go again to double it, you could double it or you lose it. So they pull a guy's ticket on my team. That happens to be the owner of the lanes.
Happens to be the owner of the
Oh,
No. It was we never win. Our team never gets pulled.
Okay.
But so he gets the ticket, and he didn't realize he had the ticket. So they're going, you have the ticket. Going once, going twice. Everyone's screaming, that's it, enough, pull a new ticket. So they pull a new ticket. Someone else goes, and then he realizes, oh, hell, I had the ticket. So he goes up and tells the guys, and they're like, all right, we'll give you the next one. So the minute they said, oh, we're going to give him a chance to bowl, there's this one team that wins most of the money. They are there. They're sharks. They are to bowl. They're just there to win money.
Yeah. Oh my gosh!
And they were out of line, man. And I thought I was in high school again, and we were going to fight.
Really?
Yeah, I really did. We're grown men, and these guys are coming over, and they want to fight. Yeah, exactly. Easy. Sharks and the Crips or whatever the hell it is.
Hey man.
So they thought they were wronged, huh?
Yeah, they were like, Bull, Bull, that's full. Just because he's the owner, that's Bull. We said going once, twice, 3. Bunch of a-holes.
Easy, myself, and Spencer are coming to do security next week.
That would be awesome.
We're gonna shore this up.
Oh my God, that would be awesome.
We're gonna shore this up. Man.
Easy's an East Sider. He likes the East Side.
Yeah. They'll step up to you.
I got you, man.
These guys will step up to you. That's how big assholes they are. Excuse my language.
Excuse your language. It's kids watching.
I'm sorry, kids.
Yeah.
A-holes.
Back in the day with Masspot, it started with snaps.
Oh my gosh.
So that was the bowling last
story?
night.
Yeah.
Bowling
Oh
story
man.
last night.
Hey, how about this? Because I want to give the proper time to Top 10 Friday.
Oh, the old proper time.
Can I take a break right here, and then we'll come back with Top 10 Friday? How about we do that?
I love it.
Let me tell you, though, about the Lions pregame show. Woodward Sports Lions pregame show returns for another season of Lions football. Jeff Iafrate. Happy birthday, Jeff Iafrate, too.
Yeah,
Happy
Jeffy
birthday,
boy.
Jeffy boy.
Happy birthday,
That's right. Weekly special guest, Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Whether you're sipping the Kool-Aid or kicking and screaming, same old Lions. We know you're not doing that anymore. You don't want to miss this show. Join us all season long for action-packed Lions pregame experience, 9:30 to 11:30 this Sunday. Jeff Iafrate, Woodward Sports Lions pregame show. Now for a message from Swiss.
Do you have football on the brain? Fall ushers in college and football, and this year is going to be awesome, and it already has been so far. Fall is also a perfect time to shop your home and auto insurance. Shop it like a pro. With Swiss Insurance, they cover Woodward Sports Network, and they should be covering you too. Ask for Market Swiss Insurance today at swissins.com or call 248-800-4177. That number again, 248-800-4177. Swiss Insurance, they're covering us, so they should be covering you too.
Are you a die-hard college football fan? To the house! Touchdown! Well, it's your lucky day. Join WSN Spencer Raxer and Flannel Sam this Saturday for the Michigan State pregame show. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel this Saturday and tune in live from 5:30 to 7 p.m.
Burgers and chicken sandwiches are taking over at Big Boy. Try our new pretzel bacon cheeseburger. Turn up the heat with Bob's Hot Chicken Sandwich. Upgrade those regular fries with our chili cheese fries or loaded baked potato fries. Hit your sweet tooth with funnel cake fries or Reese's chocolate peanut butter thunder cake. Load up on all your favorites today at Big Boy.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot off the press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
Bit cold outside, so it's time to come inside. 5 Iron Golf downtown, the Cambria Hotel. Sim rentals, lessons, leagues, bar and restaurant, and the food is good, but also 13 brand new TrackMan simulators, so you can play any course around the country and also around the world, They have professors. They have the instructors that can get your golf game together. And then also on Thursdays, we do a Woodward Sports Golf League from 5 to 7. Come on down to 5 Hour, and the hotel is nice, too.
All right, Parker, how are we doing this here? Is this Braylon? Is this Parker?
This is Be Easy.
All right, Be Easy. Now, we do Top 10 Thursday. We had such a full day yesterday with all the breaking news at Michigan. We have supplanted Fill in the Blank Friday for 1 week, and we had a Top 10 Thursday already done. We have moved Top 10 Thursday to Top 10 Friday for 1 week only. Here we go, Bray.
Last week I did the top 10 players that, I like the picture right there. Parker, appreciate that. JB Parker killed the graphics every show. Last week we did the top 10 people I hated playing against.
Yep.
This week we're going to do the top 10 offensive players that I hate playing against. So I don't have to play against these guys, but I did hate playing against them. Coming in at number 10, same division as that guy from USC. Carson Palmer was a problem, I'm trying to tell you. TJ Houshmandzadeh on one side, Chad Ochocinco on the other side. He was a nightmare. Whatever we would do in Cleveland, we scored 40, he scored 50. We scored 30, he scored 40. Hated playing against him, piled up a lot of L's playing against Carson Palmer. Number 9. Yeah, you see that dance right there? I've seen that celebration a time or two. Ended up being teammates with the Jets in 2010, but LaDainian hit us with one of those so vicious in 2006, and they were wearing, Maz, the light blue Chargers. They were wearing the light blues, the powder.
The powder blues.
And he hit us with
no
that.
No finer uniform.
Man, he hit us with that. I said,
I
slapped the ball out of his hand. Anyway, coming in. Number 8. See, people talk about speed, and everything is Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle and all that, but I remember a guy by the name of Chris Johnson, the original 40-yard dash record holder.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
what
man.
a player. Really the forgotten man.
See, yeah, go ahead, talk about it.
Seriously,
yes.
Chris Johnson.
2,000 yards as a second-year player.
For about
faster
a
guy.
6 to 8 year period, was as good as any back in the league. People always forget about how good Chris Johnson is, and I think they do it because of where he played.
When you cross that 2,000-yard threshold, it is a special thing because only 7 individuals have ever done it. Chris Johnson is one of them. Coming in at number 7. Speaking of 2,000 yards,
man.
Speaking of 2,000 yards, Adrian Peterson had so many dominant highlights. Still the strongest handshake I have ever had in my life. Like I was 22, shook his hand. I said, "What are you doing? Can I have my hand back?" His infamous run was against the Browns. I was in the game. It was on the sideline when he throws DeQuell Jackson out of bounds. He throws Eric Wright down. Adrian Peterson has been a man since birth. Number 6.
Number 6.
Don't worry, I set it up for you. Yeah.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
No. But he's one of those players, if they put in the Hall of Fame, I wouldn't have a problem with it, but he isn't a Hall of Fame.
Right.
One of those type
I
players.
got it.
Hines Ward was a monster, and the thing that scares you about Hines Ward wasn't even that he would catch passes on you and score touchdowns. He would knock you out. How many players have we seen Hines Ward legitimately put down and they had to take off on the cart? Hines Ward was one of those guys, whenever Ben Roethlisberger needed a touchdown, needed a big play, needed a big block, 86 would deliver. You see that insignia right there? Great job, Parker and JB, because that's from the Super Bowl here in Detroit, which they won. Number 5.
By the way, he was a Dancing with the Stars champion.
He won that too. Oh, by the way, he's also Phi Beta Sigma, Blue Phi. You know.
Ochocinco.
Ochocinco was a nightmare, man. Like legitimately, I would talk to him before games. We'd get insight. We would talk. We would chop it up. He would talk to me during the games. Especially he's on the sideline.
Really?
He's one of the only players that I would stand up and watch as the game goes on. Because, when the defense is out there, I get a chance to sit and gather my breath. But I would watch Chad and love when he was on my side. Like, hey, 17, watch this. And legitimately, he would put somebody in the blender.
Is there ever any one conversation with him that you remember, or is it just all encompassing?
No, I can separate a lot of those conversations. The biggest thing he ever said was take care of your body and take care of yourself because they won't do it for you. And you see how that is now. That message has never changed. Take care of your body and take care of yourself. Chad Ochocinco, one of a kind. Shout out to Miami-Dade. Number 4. Ooh, I don't like him, but he was good. I don't like him, but he was good, and I played in that division.
He was good.
It did not matter what you did to Ben Roethlisberger. He can make a throw with 7 guys on him, 3 guys on him. He could get the first down. We played them one time in Cleveland, Mass, the infamous Josh Cribbs kick return game. This guy, 4th and 10, runs a 25-yard touchdown up the middle. How the hell you let Ben Roethlisberger run up the middle? He's Big Ben. Like, I don't like him, but he's Big Ben for a reason, so you got to respect him.
He was a winner.
He damn sure was. I mean, when your defense is that damn good, you better win something.
Dude, this is a great list, by the way. These are fun names to relive and see once again.
I saw you guys' reaction, including my mom's. Hey, Mom, how you doing? I saw you guys' reaction to last week's list. I realized the more the personal, the better the list.
That's right.
Number 3, here we go. My favorite receiver, my favorite player of all time. Well, these are players I played against. I didn't play against Randy Moss that many times, but I did play against him the year he broke the record, 23 touchdowns, got 2 of those on us, and then I did play in the same division. Like, Moss was just Moss. Like, when you play against him, even though I was a little older when we really started getting active, like, man, you just watch, like, man, you remember 17 touchdowns as a rookie. You remember 3 for 3 on Thanksgiving, I believe, man. 3 for 3 touchdowns.
You bet.
He was a monster. Caught a one-hand touchdown on Revis. Here's the story. One-hand touchdown on Revis, 2010, when he was with the Patriots. Gets cut. Goes to the Minnesota Vikings. We play them on Monday night, 2 weeks later. Same play, same catch, one hand on Revis again. Nobody can do that but Moss. Number 2.
I think, before we get to never mind.
Nah, go ahead. All right.
Also, the best touchdown celebration of all time.
No.
When he mooned,
Green Bay?
he fake mooned the Green Bay fans.
That's a disgusting
in Green Bay.
act.
That was.
Don't you remember Joe Buck?
Yeah, Joe Buck.
That was a disgusting act.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Now I remember it.
He hated it.
Bit.
And maybe that's why I don't like Joe Buck, because my thing is they're actually really mooning us outside the stadium. That was a fake moon.
I think Joe would like to have that one back.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
In this day and age, he would say, he wouldn't said it.
That's a disgusting act?
Yeah, I don't think he would. I think Bray's right about this. No, Bray's totally right about this.
All right.
Especially when you walk out the stadium and you're seeing 1,000
Maz,
naked
I love you.
butts.
Bray's 100% correct about that.
Yeah, like that's what Green Bay is known for. Like when you go to, I don't know what I'm telling you. All right, number 2. Do I really have to say anything? Like, do I really have to say anything?
Did you see him after the game? Like, did you meet him on the field afterwards?
So the first couple times I played against Tom, the answer is no. Like, he was not checking for me, and to be honest, I really wasn't checking for him. But then I started kind of checking, and like one time we caught eyes in pregame warm-up, pause, and then it was like, hey, after the game.
What? Can I ask you? Wait a minute. I just gotta ask you this.
Why do I always say pause?
What is pause? Like, what is pause? I want to learn because it sounds so cool.
My kids use it.
I want to start saying it.
So basically, it alleviates you from any open comment that can be perceived as a certain type of comment.
Okay, I got you. I got it now.
So we started playing. This is nothing new. We used to be called something else, and that got Roy Hibbert in trouble. But we've been playing this since I was a kid.
Now I gotta Google what Roy Hibbert did.
This is the truth. He said no and something behind it. You can't say that anymore.
Oh God.
So anyway, with him.
Very good.
So then after that. After that, we met after the game, and every time after that, which was only 2-3 more times. But yes, Tom is the GOAT in terms of touchdowns, in terms of everything. He was scared. Like, going into a game against Tom Brady at Gillette, you're like, I don't think we're going to win, but we're going to try. And we did win a couple times. And number 1, oh, man.
Oh, Peyton.
Two of these quarterbacks.
He stole a playoff from me.
And so did Ben Roethlisberger. He stole that as well. But Peyton Manning, I'll never forget it. Now, he's done this a bunch of times. I played against him. Shout out to Peyton. I've known him. Marcus Pollard, my brother, played with him in Indianapolis. This dude right here, we legitimately get a turnover in the AFC Championship. Maz knows the story about the 30-35 in their territory. I'm like, cool, we'll score again. We're already up 7. I said, we'll score again. We can go in, and we got the ball easy at the half. So we're going to the locker room up 14, and we get the ball. We're about to destroy it. I'm going to my first Super Bowl. Well, the offensive coordinator, who will not be named, although he's offensive coordinator of the Dallas Cowboys, and I wonder why they're not playing well.
They can't play offense.
Exactly. Oh, you wonder why. He plays for the field goal, go 3 and out, or we go 3 and field goal. One of my teammates is also a Michigan man, misses the field goal. So now we're not up 10. Now we're not up 14. We're up still 7. Peyton goes down, we're up 10. I take it back. We would have been up 17.
Right.
We would have been up 10, up 17, get the ball back. Peyton goes down the field, 31 seconds, throws a touchdown in the scene, one of the most beautiful passes I've ever seen, to Austin Collie. Caught the touchdown. Now we're only up 3. We're in the locker room, up 3 points in the AFC Championship on the road. It was quiet as a church mouse. I knew the game was over.
Was there ever anybody in that era? And look, when you play from 05 to 12 or whatever, 13. You probably play everybody at some point. But was there somebody in that era that you never played that you wish you would have played?
Yeah. I wish I would have played Dexter McCutcheon and what was who was it? The guys for Kansas City when they had that double backfield was McCluster.
Dexter McCluster.
Yeah, McCluster, and then the starting running back
Johnson.
No, what was the other? The actual running back that
Jamal
was going
Charles?
to the Pro Bowl. Jamal Charles.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Jamal Charles and Dexter
Good call,
McCluster.
Easy.
Yeah, good call.
That was a great player.
I wanted
Jamal
to play
Charles.
them. I wanted to play them in Kansas City because at that time I had never played in Arrowhead. So you had those two guys, and they had Dwayne Bowe, was a good wide receiver out of LSU. I wanted to play those.
Talk trash.
Have you ever watched TV? Yes.
Yeah.
Like he's not a trash talk. It's like after plays. It's like if you make a play and you talk stuff, he'll talk stuff back. If he makes a play, he'll talk stuff for you. But it's not like before the game or nothing like that. It's in the moment.
Yeah.
He'll talk. So you saw he talks stuff to Antoine Winfield.
I was wondering because watching Patrick Mahomes on that Netflix show, like he talks. He said you woke
yeah.
up the wrong
on quarterback. Like, they all talk.
But if you notice with certain players, because these certain players are so highly touted by the league, certain players they tend to mute those mics. Like they tend to mute those mics when certain players that are on TV a lot say stuff. And I'm not mad at them, you should, but you're not going to hear that out of Patrick Mahomes in a regular game. Are you crazy? It's bad for branding.
The side note that Peyton Manning is his offensive coordinator was Tom Moore, who of course was here in Detroit during the glory years of the 90s. So a little Detroit history went with Peyton Manning, Tom Moore.
No doubt.
100%. And that is the list.
That's awesome. That's
a
great list. Great job, man. Great job. No doubt about it. All right, guys, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll go around the NFL. We'll do our pick segment as well. Maz 6-1 in back-to-back weeks. We'll pay attention.
Hey,
he's picking
on people?
Yeah, he's picking first. Maz is picking first this time around, so we can't be copycats.
Well, we all take our turn.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We always
took
our turn.
Maz is 6-1 back-to-back
weeks.
Yeah,
so take that. Put it in your face.
That's right. Well, first, a message from Guardian Alarm. They're your local security experts and have been for over 90 years. When you see this black and yellow sign out in front of the house, it tells the bad guys one thing: stay out. Whether you are at home or on the road, they're 24/7 professional monitoring, customized solutions from real experts, and technology backed by people means you are backed by the best. Call this number right here, 1-800-STAY-OUT. That number again, 1-800-STAY-OUT. Call them today. Tell them Woodward Sports sent you.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Calling all landscapers. This is Darren McCarty. I'm at Outdoor Equipment Co. How would you like to landscape like a legend? How about a bad boy zero turn? And even a chainsaw. And even a weed whipper. So register today at OutdoorEquipCo.com, and even you could have DMAC on your landscaping crew.
Are you a die-hard college football fan? To the house, touchdown! Well, it's your lucky day. Join WSN's Spencer Raxter and Flannel Sam this Saturday for the Michigan State pregame show. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel this Saturday and tune in live from 5:30 to 7 p.m.
Hey, gang, let me tell you about Les Stanford. You all right there, Bray? Les Stanford Buick GMC. That's right. What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. That's exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC, located in Ferndale on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. They offer the same great service that customers have come to know. If you are looking for a Chevy or a Cadillac, check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today. On Michigan Avenue, you can find the brand you want. All GM brands under one umbrella. LesStanford.com. LesStanford.com.
Find new roads.
Find them. That's right, everybody. Okay, we do have a little bit of an update to the Michigan situation. The University of Michigan Athletics has suspended staffer Connor Stallions with pay during the investigation. So I just wanted to put that out there. I hope that this kid, and I call him a kid, he's 30 years old. I hope this kid isn't made to be the scapegoat. And for something that 80 to 90% of college teams do, and just because Michigan is elite at scouting doesn't mean this kid should lose his job. I hope they stand with this kid and stand by this kid. I understand this could be procedural. Suspend him with pay during the investigation. But my goodness, I hope they do not make this kid the scapegoat.
Yeah, and Jim Harbaugh won't do that. We're playing against the Ravens this week. My apologies. Jim won't do that, and the reason why is look at what he did with his salary to the people in sport. What is it? The athletic department during COVID. The people that didn't make checks. He spread his bonus up amongst those people. That's the kind of guy that he is. So I believe that he'll take care of his guy, and I don't think it'll come to that. But if it does, Ryan, I believe that Jim Harbaugh will, in fact, take care of Stallions. I could be wrong. But just seeing what he did during COVID for the athletic department kind of speaks to what he's going to do in this situation.
Good point. All right, Tom Mazaway, let's go around the NFL, shall we?
All right, guys. Last night's game, Thursday Night Football from the Superdome. The Jags, they're 5-2, guys. They've won 4 in a row, and they knocked off the Saints 31-24. A late touchdown by Jacksonville to Christian Kirk. Beautiful play by Kirk. And then a dropped ball by Foster Moreau, the tight end who has been fighting cancer, came back this year, and he felt that he lost this game. Let's put his tweet up. He feels that he lost this game, and I'm going to talk about after this.
Yeah, it's tough in front of every man, woman, and child ever known. It's a dark place to be. The team fought as hard as we did, and it's just unacceptable. It's just pathetic.
Yep, that was Foster Moreau, but his teammates, every one of them, to a man, backed him. Here's Alvin Kamara after the game.
Man, he a pro. Foster is a pro. Obviously, I did. It's going to be bigger plays. It's going to be more plays out there. And I just told him, man, he blessed from what he been through. That ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not nothing, man. I ain't worried about Foster not making that play. Honestly, I don't feel like we should be in that position right there where we looking at that and we like, oh, man, he should have caught it. Man, of course he should have caught it. He know he should have caught it. Anybody in that position right there should have caught it. We pros, but man, Foster, man, no. If there's anybody out there that cares, that's uplifting his teammates, that's doing everything he can to try to get a win and try to uplift everybody else to get them in the right mind frame to win, man, it's him. So, man, I'm not worried about that. It is what it is. We going on to the next. It's a loss. It is what it is. We'll take it.
What's he wearing?
Well, that's when you have dreads, they wear that after you shower off. That's why you see Cam wearing it all offset. For sure. Right. But the good thing about that, and
thank you for clarifying that.
No problem. That's what I'm here for, brother. For sure.
Learning.
We are squares.
No, just another side of life.
Right. Hey, we're learning, man.
I had to ask some questions.
Hey, pause.
That's why you're my boy. The cool thing about that is, Alvin Kamara at the podium kind of faced a little bit of backlash, kind of along the same lines of Devontae Adams. You heard he came out this week and talked about his performance and not getting the ball, and he blah, blah, blah. So a lot of people went after him in the loss and, this, that, and the third. And what they didn't see what Alvin Kamara did after the game was over when Moreau was on there, still on the field, sitting down, helmet off. He and Juwan Johnson, another Big Ten guy out of Penn State went over there, put their arms around him, picked him up, and they walked him off the field. So that's the kind of things that they don't show you. They show you the press conference, and then they allow you to build this hate towards an individual, but they don't show you when he went out there, made sure that his teammate, Alvin Kamara is that guy. He made sure that the last guy on the bench was good. No, you with us, so we're a team. We dropped that pass. Now, to get a little funny and not so serious, didn't know was I was happy or not. And you know why, Maz? If he catches that pass, I lose the parlay. But if he complete the pass, I started Derek Carr at quarterback.
Fantasy. I thought of you. I was thinking of you.
I knew you were.
I was like, please, let Braylon have this touchdown. I talked him into David Carr.
You talked me to Derek Carr, and I was like, you know what? Because it's the last week I have to have him. I traded him, but the trade doesn't go through till next week. So I played him. I was like, did I want him to catch it or did I want him to drop it? I'll take the money every day of the week.
I will say I got it wrong about New Orleans. They suck.
Yeah. They're badly coached.
Derek Carr sucks.
Any love for Trevor Lawrence? Little bit. Just a little.
He played hurt, man.
Yes.
Maybe not love, but respect.
I absolutely. I respect every player in the NFL.
I know, but that kid's a winner.
Trevor Lawrence definitely. Look, he's playing good football, but Derek Carr, I respect him, but he sucks.
Yeah. Did you see him yapping at his teammates? He threw a ball 20 yards out of bounds, and he was yapping at Olave. Olave ran the wrong route, but Carr threw it 20 yards out of bounds anyway. But it just was a bad look. And the Saints are coached by Dennis Allen. He stinks.
A defensive guy. No shock. That's what they would have you think, that he ran the wrong route. And a lot of times when they break it down on TV, they're like,
they don't know.
Thank you. And I wasn't trying to be the wide receiver that says that.
But that's what Tom Brady even said. He's like, I understand now why fans are so upset, because Tom Brady probably hadn't watched a football game on TV with the volume up in his life.
All the time.
Right? Now he's watching. He's like, they got former officials telling you that the refs got bad. You got announcers saying what the quarterback's doing wrong.
So you're confused as a fan.
So he's like, now you know why fans are so irate watching sports.
Man, did you hear the after the game press conference with Derek Carr?
I didn't.
It was cringeworthy, because he starts talking about him and Chris Olave, how he was talking. I said, well, I wasn't talking about him. I was talking about other things at play, and I can't really get into that, but I gotta be. It was this weird, cryptic.
He couldn't save himself.
Dance around.
Yeah, you saw it too.
I watched a little bit of it. Yeah.
It was weird, dance around, cryptic message. Is he talking Dennis Allen? Is he talking about stuff? Is he talking about a beef that he has with somebody? But the Saints, man, I think Tampa and the Falcons.
Hey, Jerry Jeudy's not had a good year, as we know. He's got a beef going on with Steve Smith. We saw that last week. He goes to the podium. They get him in the locker room yesterday, and they're asking him about, his year. And he's like, hey, man, this don't look at the stats. Don't look at the video. Just follow me. It ain't my fault about this year. Check this out.
It's always frustrating losing. Nobody want to lose. You feel me? Losing is the worst possible thing that could happen, so that's very frustrating. And I mean, as a receiver, it's a lot of people you got to depend on. So you could be open, but if the line don't do their thing, the quarterback didn't do the job, the OC don't put you in. It's a whole lot of stuff that we got to go through as a receiver to be successful. So I can't really just. At the end of the day, I got to do what I do. At the end of the day, people could say, oh, look at the stats, look at this, look at that. But at the end, the eye in the sky don't lie. So that's what it is.
Braylon, he's the receiver. Listen to him.
I think that's what y'all need to go do. Go watch the film instead of looking at the stats. Go watch the film and see what it do.
Jerry Jeudy isn't having the best season, but as a wideout, I understand what he's saying. The only difference is, we couldn't say that in our era. If I would have said what he said in our era, I'd have been in trouble with him. I would have been bad rep. So nowadays, the squeaky wheel gets the oil. You can say, look at Odell Beckham's father. He was like, it ain't Odell. Watch the film. What happened? Odell got traded. Odell balled out, and Odell got paid this year.
Right.
So a situation like Jerry Jeudy, you get ahead of the curve. Hey, look, man, watch the film. He's right. It does take everything to go right for a wide receiver to ball. But with that being said, Man, you can't throw everybody under the bus like that in the firestorm. Like,
Did you get the license plate number?
Yeah, like you
on a truck. Yeah, you just run over your face.
It was a Mack truck. He's like, the offensive line sucked. The running backs can't pick up the blitz. He was like, Sean Payton sucks. You see who my quarterback is?
It ain't me.
Oh man,
that was.
I got just one more short one for you, guys. The Chicago Bears are having a rough season.
They suck too.
I got to show you this video of the Bears. They're blocking themselves. I don't know if Easy. Did you see this?
This is the greatest. I ain't gonna laugh for 30 minutes straight.
Look at this video, and you can play it on a loop. Check this out.
Somebody come.
Look.
Here we go. Excellent blocking.
That's why Dan Orlovsky says this is a mess.
Then the one line gets on the right too. Look, they're blocking each other. 58 starts blocking 69.
I never seen anything like that. That's so good, bro.
Watch 58 start blocking 69
Thank you
towards
for
the
that.
end. Okay,
Excellent blocking.
58 gets off his man. He's about to go block them.
Listen to Easy breaking this down.
For a minute, man.
On the heavyweight.
What is this? Bro's blocking his own fucking team. They're blocking each other, bro.
That's fair. You know, sometimes colors.
I never seen anything like that.
Oh my
Listen,
God.
man, Justin Fields has his shortcomings, and he has definitely not played A-list football the whole time. But when you watch stuff like that, you got to be like, damn, bro, like we're sorry that you have to deal with that.
That's gotta be one of the plays where Dan Orlovsky like
I'm watching it on my phone
like,
again. I can't
where he
stop.
where he tweets
I
like,
need Booger
"Oh my
McFarland.
God, I just watched the Bears offense and they are a mess."
Oh.
You know, like things like that. Guys, break time. Comeback picks. Maz 6-1 in back-to-back weeks. We'll do it next, but first a message from Big Boy.
All right, guys, I'm hungry.
that was
It's Big Boy
excellent, bro.
time. It's cheeseburger and chicken sandwich time. Try it, man. The new pretzel bacon cheeseburger, or the regular cheeseburger is outstanding, and the Big Boy as well. And for chicken sandwiches, the Dolly chicken sandwich and the hot spicy chicken sandwich, Bob's hot chicken sandwich. And load those fries up. Chili cheese fries, loaded baked potato fries, save room for dessert, the Reese's chocolate peanut butter thunder cake, and the funnel cake fries are to die for. And you know you got to get a strawberry shake when you're there. Check it out at Big Boy.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot off the press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
At the Academy of Warren, they have a brand new state-of-the-art sports dome field house with a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, and soccer field that can also be used for 7-on-7 football K-8 that features AM/PM latchkey, small classroom sizes, Learning Street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, Houghton Mifflin curriculum, academic games, K-8 athletics, and so much more. The Academy of Warren is now accepting new enrollments, so go to the academyofwarren.net. That website again, academyofwarren.net.
All right, gang, here we go. Hey, Easy, I don't know if you know how to do this, but maybe if you got a beat that you could throw up in there, just keep it low.
Keep it a little low.
Just a little something to keep the segment flowing.
Oh, flow.
Oh, yeah, look at that, baby. Look at you, Easy.
DJ Easy.
Why did I even question your ability on the
DJ
board?
E.
How did I even do that?
I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it.
Oh, you're doing it, baby. Good job, Easy.
Here we go.
All right, here we go.
I
Just set the stage for you. Maz with back-to-back 6-1 weeks is taking the lead. Maz is 27-15. I am even 21-21. Braylon 4 games under 500, 19-23. Here we go. We'll start. This week, first game, Browns at the Colts. Browns are a 3-point road favorite. Braylon?
They gave up. But at the same time, I know your theory. Always take the home dog. Is that your theory, Ryan Ermanni?
Not always, but many times.
Cleveland's defense is real good.
Browns coming off a big win.
I'm taking the Colts. I'm taking the Colts.
Okay, Maz.
Oh, can I retract my pick?
You can.
I'll take the Browns.
Okay.
I'm done. I'm taking the Browns.
I'm taking the Colts. I know Deshaun Watson supposedly is coming back this week. And the Browns are coming off that huge win against the 49ers. I think Gardner Minshew might have something. I think Jonathan Taylor might have a little something. I just feel like Shane Steichen's got the Colts going in the right direction, even though Anthony Richardson's not there. I'm going to roll the dice and take Indy.
I'm going to sit here and take Cleveland just because of the defense.
Yeah, that's
that's one of the best defenses in the league.
Ever.
They're historic. They're on a
historically.
Yes, they're on a historic path.
So I'm going to go with Cleveland. Game number 2, another road favorite here. Buffalo on the road at New England. The Bills are an 8.5-point favorite. Maz.
You believe that number? When have the Patriots been an 8.5-point underdog, let alone at home? Well, it's today. The Bills are going to take out all their frustrations out on that pathetic team in New England. Give me Buffalo to roll.
I, too, will take Buffalo to roll, Bray, and I'll do so because I think last week's Buffalo play was a little bit of an aberration. They were coming home from London last week, so that's why I think that game was sluggish against the Giants. They're gonna want to get right. I go with Buffalo.
Yeah, like I'm trying to find a way to pick against you guys and try to gain some games and be the smart one here, but Bill Belichick just isn't it there, and they don't even have a quarterback, so got to go with the same answer as you guys.
All right, as we continue on here, the Atlanta Falcons are on the road at Tampa Bay. The Bucs coming off a loss to the Lions. The Bucs are a 2.5-point favorite. I believe the Bucs get right here. I'm going to go with the Bucs. I think they're a better team than they are. Than are the Falcons, and I think Baker Mayfield is a better quarterback than Desmond Ridder. So based on that, Baker over Ridder, I'm going to go Bucs over Falcons. I'll take the Bucs minus 2.5. Bray?
I think the wheels have to fall off at some point for Baker Mayfield. Like, he's playing good football. He's with a lot of veterans. They're all playing good football, but at some point, the wheels have to come off. I'm going with the Falcons because it seems like they're starting to find the forward pass. You see Drake London scored touchdowns. Jay Smith was leading the charge. Now Kyle Pitts scored a couple. Give me the Falcons.
I'll take the Bucs to get right here. I don't see them losing 2 straight at home, although Atlanta comes in off the bye, and they'll probably be ready for them. But I'm going to go with Baker Mayfield to play better than he did against the Lions because the Falcons' defense ain't the Lions' defense.
All right, Matthew Stafford and the Rams at home against Kenny Pickett and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Rams, Braylon, are a 3-point favorite in this one. You're up.
This is your team. You talked about the Rams before the season started. You said that they will, kind of sort of do something on the offensive side to get them into the wild card spot. Sticking with Ryan Ermanni, I'm going with the Rams.
Maz?
I'm taking the Steelers. Off the bye, I think Mike Tomlin will get them right. They won the game before the bye. I like Pittsburgh to win this game outright.
All right, I'm going to go with the Rams as well. Matthew Stafford's the better quarterback in this one, and just by that creed, I'm going to go Stafford over Pickett. I like the Rams in this one.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, Tom Mazaway, to you first here. The Chargers and Chiefs, a division game. Kansas City at home is a 5.5-point favorite against the Chargers.
It's a sneaky
5.5.
What's that number?
5.5.
Chargers win the game outright.
Darn it, because I thought that was going to be my big game for you today. I think this is the best bet of the week. The Chargers.
Yep.
The Chargers are going to win the game this week.
It smells.
Just stinks.
Kansas City should be 10-point favorite at home.
Braylon?
I'm going with Kansas City. I'm going
to have to.
Yeah.
No, it's your chance.
It's my chance.
I'm
trying to make up some games.
I know. Hey, you're getting the world champs.
I definitely agree with you. I definitely agree. I understand the 5.5 rule, so I know now, but this is me trying to gain a game more so than me not ignoring what I see.
This could be the game of the week, really. Tua Tagovailoa and the Dolphins facing Jalen Hurts, his former Alabama teammate at quarterback. You can absolutely go first. Eagles are a 2.5-point favorite at home against the Dolphins.
I'm going with the Eagles. I love what the Dolphins are doing, but I heard somebody break it down earlier, and you look at who they done it against. You look at when they finally face the opponent. I got to see the Dolphins do it against somebody, and I don't think they're going to get it done against the Eagles. I'm going Eagles.
I honestly think the Eagles too, but just because of me being a Lions fan, I'm going to pick the Dolphins because I'm going to be rooting for the Dolphins. So
that's how you pick games?
That's how
that's why you're under 500.
That's why I'm under 500, but that's why I don't bet anymore either.
There you go. Thank God.
My man.
Thank the good Lord you don't bet anymore.
Jalen Carter might eat.
This is for I'm picking games based on my own entertainment alone.
Easy. What did you just say? Say it up.
Jalen Carter might eat to a hole.
Maz.
I'm taking the Dolphins to win this game. I love the Dolphins in this game. I love Mike McDaniels. Yes, they don't have HN, which is a bad thing for Miami. Tariq Hill, he's almost got 1,000 yards already.
He does.
Jalen Waddle, do that.
How'd you do it, man?
Give me the Dolphins. Give me the Dolphins, baby.
That's great.
Give me the Dolphins.
All right, guys, what we care about here, the Lions on the road, a 3-point underdog against the Ravens. Baltimore, 3-point favorite against the Detroit Lions. Bray?
It's tough. You get the Lions.
Well, you know who he's picking.
No, I know.
I'm picking the Lions. I will pick the Lions every week. I don't care what the number is. Lions.
So you know what's funny is remember when, because obviously on my sheet before the season, I had the Lions losing to the Seahawks.
We all did.
But then when I bet that week, you know what I'm saying, they were like, I bet on the Falcons.
Right.
It's you changed.
You changed your mind. You're allowed to on that week of. Things change.
I'm sticking with the Ravens. Because I already had picked it on my board, so I'm going to stick with it.
I'm going with Ryan and the Lions.
No. I'm sticking with my picks, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not changing my mind. I'm sticking with my picks.
If they had David Montgomery, I would be putting money on this game. But I will not be putting money on this game. I do think the Lions will win and win close.
All right, so there you have it. Survivor pick. I am picking Buffalo. Buffalo is my survivor pick this week. Tom?
You got them against the Patriots.
Got them against the Patriots. Highest favorite on the board.
Give me the Seattle Seahawks to demolish the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, I hope you're right.
That's
Give me
tough.
the Seahawks.
I think that game stinks.
No. Seattle's home.
Stinks.
No, it don't.
I'll be rooting for you.
No James Conner, yeah.
Seattle will win.
I agree
They're
with
not
you.
losing 2 games in a row.
They don't have any wideouts. They don't have any wideouts that can get open against Tariq Woolen and Witherspoon.
All right.
Easy. You like Seattle or Arizona?
Seattle.
Okay.
All right, I got a minute left here in the segment. 2 baseball games today. Love the 5 o'clock baseball game. And that is the Astros and the, I think it's the Astros.
No, I think it's the other
one.
It's the Phillies.
Is it the
Astros Rangers are first.
Rangers.
Yeah.
That's the first one.
Yeah,
that's right.
They were other day.
Justin Verlander on the mound today. Did they make it 3 in a row?
Against Jordan Montgomery. I don't see Texas winning another game after what I saw the last 2 games. How do you bet against the Astros?
I don't know.
Their bats are hot.
Yeah, I can't bet against them.
Their bats are hotter.
I
than
say
the
bet the
Phillies'
over
bats.
again.
Against Verlander?
Yeah, I say bet the over again.
Wow.
Astros might get 8 runs.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, look, man. We watched Max Scherzer get rocked the other night. Who's to say Verlander?
Jordan
can't get the same
Montgomery's
treatment?
pitching well. Parker actually bet
the under. Bet the under.
Ooh.
Bet the under.
Oh, jeez, Parker.
I'm making money tonight.
Oh, my God.
Nah, I'm making.
And then tonight you got the Phillies at the Diamondbacks. If you missed yesterday's game,
Classic.
What a classic baseball game. They win it 2-1, bottom of the ninth. The Diamondbacks, what a scrappy team they are. I think Philly wins today. I do. I think they take a 3-1 lead back home.
All right, there you have it. We'll be back to wrap it up next. But first, a message from Fairway Packing Company. And listen, guys, it is going to be a great weekend of football. Michigan State, on Saturday. You got the Lions on Sunday. Head to Fairway Packing Company, located on Mack Avenue in Grosse Pointe Woods. Vacuum-packed, grab-and-go steaks, how you want them. You want a strip, you want a filet, you want a ribeye, whatever you want. It is prime beef, Wagyu beef, dry aged beef. You can experience a Fairway difference for yourself today. You don't have to go to one of those fancy steakhouses to get a great steak. Do it yourself at home. Visit the steak shop in Grosse Pointe Woods. Fairway Packing Company. If you can't make it in person, you can always order online at fairwaypacking.com. Fairwaypacking.com.
Age cut, prime packed, sourced to perfection.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, 2 of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune in to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder.
Tell them if not, well.
Hey, gang, let me tell you about Woodward Sports and Long Drink, Bullseye Event Group. Every home game for the official Lions VIP tailgate party at Eastern Market Shed 5, always a bash. Next Lions home game, Monday Night Football. A week from this Monday, starts at 5:30 until game time. The official Lions tailgate back and better than ever. How would you like to pregame it with Woodward Sports and be treated like a VIP? Food, beverages, entertainment, all included. Get your tickets online today at bullseyeeventgroup.com. Bullseyeeventgroup.com. There you go. That's it.
Bullseye.
There you go. Bullseye.
Hey, I got some Brian Baldinger for you if you want it. You know, I like.
Oh my gosh, you like Baldy?
I like when Brian Baldinger breaks down the Lions.
Sure.
How would you like to hear him breaking down his favorite linebacker, Alex Anzalone? Check it out. Here's Baldy for you.
I don't think any defense in the NFL has improved as much as the Detroit Lions. And maybe all you have to do is just look at the play of Alex Anzalone. Like here he is in pass coverage, okay, against Rashad White, all right, defends that pass. Here he is out here, like, and he's got Keyshawn Vaughn, and they're going to throw this flat route to him on the outside, and there's Anzalone. Like everywhere you look, he's right where he needs to be. Like this cutback here, there's a gorge back here. You know what the linebackers got to do? You got to be slow till you know. Here comes the cutback. Here comes Anzalone. Step up, clean it up. Like #1 against the run in the NFL right now are the Detroit Lions. You watch right here. He sees a double team right here. Attack it. Get free. Take down the back. Like it's one play after another from him. It's every week too. Leads the team in tackles again this week. You watch this. Like he doesn't know right here when the ball's put in the belly of Keyshawn Vaughn, if it's inside zone or if it's counter. He reads the counter, here comes. Kate Otten, see ya. Goes and makes the play. Like, he's playing great football. And so are the Lions.
You know, the good thing about now that you see that he's really dialed into film. You can see that he's watching all the film. Maybe he has somebody spying on the other teams. I don't know. But he's watching so much film. He's so dialed in. He's now meeting at the point of where the play is. He's meeting at where the play is intended. So now you know what the next step is, Anzalone, baby Thor. Now pick the ball up, take it to the crib. Because you saw how fast he got to the running back. He got there enough time to think about what he wanted to do and then knock the ball down as he placed his hand on his number. So now you know you get there with that time. But look at the anticipation on the two-man block. He saw there was a two-man team, so he knows he's free, and he's look like slight. Now that you know, trust the film that you've been watching because it definitely is working for you.
No doubt. Yeah. And then there's this, Baldinger. This is what I was talking about yesterday, Bray, calling J-Mo a comet. Take a look at this.
Comment.
Say hello to Jamison Williams up at the top here. J-Mo. Jamel Dean's trying to cover him right here, and he stops on a dime at 18 yards. And Jamel Dean's like, what was that? Was that a comet just stopped? What flew right by me and then just stopped in the middle of the sky? Well, later on, in a 10-6 game late in the third quarter, he just streaked, looking over his right shoulder. And then he started looking over his left shoulder, tracking the ball. That's not easy to do. This kid is a comet, and he's coming, and he's going to streak by a whole bunch of people in this league. This offense just got a whole lot better.
It's good to see that Jamison Williams is kind of falling back into where he was at Alabama. You're now starting to see, why the Lions were so keen on moving up to number 12 and grab him. But I will tell you this. Soon as that first highlight came on, soon as I saw that DB standing still in front of Jamison Williams, I said it is over.
Cooked.
I don't care how long this is before the play. Whenever you're going against a player that is Tyreek Hill fast, that is Jalen Waddle fast, that is Jamison Williams fast, your ass better be lined up before he does. And when he gets adjusted, you make a slight adjustment. He moves a little, you move a little. You don't get the, hey man, what's the call? Yeah, what you got going on over there? All right, you ready to do this? Goodbye. Soon as you see that, I saw it, I was like, he's out of here. And then you see what happens to DB when it's not a go route. Puts the foot on the gas. DB almost tore his ACL.
Oh, my gosh.
He was 7 yards back. He couldn't stop himself.
And still the ball was in the dirt.
That's great. Hey, Tom Brady earlier this week, and you said it, right, he's just starting to watch football games. For the first time in his career, he's chilling.
Well, if you think about it, you play on Saturdays in college, and then on Sundays you're in the facility.
You bet.
You know what I mean? You're prepping for whatever. Then on Sunday you're playing.
But you know what he's noticed? He's calling the NFL. It's a little soft, he says. It's almost like flag football. By the way, flag football might be in the next Olympics. It's coming. Flag football is coming.
I'm going to have to tell Tom pipe down because the reason why the league is so soft is because of him.
Yeah.
I love Tom like the next man. Go blue and all that. It's because of you.
That's true, man. That is so true.
Tore his ACL against Miami Dolphins. Oh, hell no.
We
got to change the rules.
Brady
Come on,
anymore.
Tom.
No.
Man, that's cap.
That's cap.
That's cap.
Hey, we got time for a Lion video?
I don't know.
Or are we done?
One more.
You want to be done?
Yeah, no, one more video. Okay. We got time.
Did you know, well, first of all, I want to Amon-Ra St. Brown is such a smart guy, the way he speaks, the way he words stuff.
Shout out to USC.
He doesn't want to get in trouble. This is him losing a bet to Julian Aquara. Check this out.
Oh, good. Like that coming on you. Yeah, so we don't do bets in this facility. We made an agreement, man. It was outside the facility, so I called JL, FaceTimed him, and he said, if SC wins, he has to be Tommy George. And I said, okay. And he said, if Notre Dame wins, I got to be I don't know what this is called. I don't know what to call this. Whatever this green thing is. I said, sure. So, yeah, we made an agreement outside the facility. Yeah, that's that.
Listen. Moments. They break out next Monday night.
Looking good.
Next Monday night.
Good job.
They break out the new gear.
Love that. Good job, Maz. Braylon, a hell of a week out of you. Does Paul want to say goodbye?
Hold Paul up.
Hold Paul up.
Let's see what time it is. This is the miniature one, but the big one still will be returning back to Ann Arbor this week. Look, it's been a long week. It's been a great one for us. We appreciate you guys tuning in. As you go, so do we. But you know what time it is on Saturday. They open their mouth, and we will definitely walk through that door. You see what it is right there. We planted the flag. Now the whole country is upset. I can't wait till they win the national championship.
Man.
I am going to be unbearable. You think Ryan Ermanni or something with his Heisman picks
you
on
think I suck?
and JJ? I got
wait
something
till
for
this
y'all.
guy gets after you.
I got something for you. Y'all awoke the beast. But I digress for now. Enjoy your week. Go blue. Hope it's a good, safe game, but we know what's going to happen. For Easy, we appreciate you tuning in. Easy, hey.
5 o'clock,
thanks for coming
heavyweights,
in.
baby.
5 o'clock, heavyweights. Tune in. We'll watch him do his thing. Maz, appreciate you, Parker.
Thanks, man.
Ryan Ermanni, great week out of you. Big leader over there.
Thanks, big guy.
Ermanni and Edwards with Maz.
Tough coming.
Stay out of the tunnel.